Tonight, at least 158 people have died as flash floods devastate parts of Spain. Also on tonight's programme, plans to pilot rape trials without juries are scrapped by the Scottish Government. And later we catch up with reality star Lucinda Light to find out why she swapped Married at First Sight Australia for a stage in Scotland.
Welcome to the 9.
At least 158 people are now known to have died, almost all of them in Valencia, after flash flooding hit parts of Spain on Tuesday. The region was devastated when a year's worth of rain fell in just a few hours, causing swollen rivers in the mountains to flow down to the coast, forcing rivers to burst their banks, sweeping away bridges and roads. Bethany Bell sent this report from Valencia. Well, let's discuss this with Simon Brown, who featured in that report. He's president of the Scottish Solicitors Bar Association. You were not in favour of this pilot project. Tell us why.
They're an essential safeguard to miscarriages of justice.
It doesn't, however, tackle the issue of the low conviction rate in terms of rape cases. Where do you think that is left now then?
Test. So any case in Scotland where there is a sufficiency.
It's always good to look at our practices, isn't it? It's always good to take a step back. If obviously this has not taken the legal profession with it in that sense, how do you think that process perhaps could be improved? Some of the day's other news now, and an inquiry into alleged historical abuse at a former residential school in Ayrshire has been declared a critical incident by Police Scotland. After yesterday's announcement of the UK budget, it was the turn of MSPs at Holyrood to dissect it this afternoon. Scottish Labour said that the Scottish Government had welcomed it through gritted teeth, but John Swinney criticised a lack of action to tackle poverty, and the Conservatives said Labour had chosen to hammer workers. Here's our political correspondent, David Wallace-Lockhart. Well, farmers have reacted angrily to yesterday's budget, in which it was announced that inheritance tax relief for farms will be limited to £1 million. The National Farmers Union said it had been a disastrous budget for family farms that would snatch away the next generation's ability to carry on producing British food and see farmers forced to sell land to pay the tax. Russian drones are increasingly being used to track and then shoot at Ukrainian civilians from the sky. The authorities in Ukraine say at least 30 people have been killed and more than 400 injured in the last 3 months. Russia's military has not responded to the BBC's questions about the allegations. Yogita Lamai's report from the Kherson region contains images some viewers may find distressing. The historic Lewis chessmen are one of the most popular artefacts in the National Museum of Scotland. The chess pieces were discovered in Lewis during the 19th century and were carved from walrus ivory and whale's teeth. The 10 figures have been moved to a central display. Now, as the nights draw in, we wanted to bring you a bit of light into your lives. Lucinda Light, to be precise. For the uninitiated, she was the breakout star of the last season of Married at First Sight Australia. Lucinda's will they, won't they relationship with Tim was, for many viewers, the heart of the show. And the former celebrant and current lifestyle guru is bringing that heart to the stage in Scotland tomorrow evening. Earlier, I asked her what made her take on the most extreme of dating show challenges. Well, tonight is the night when the trick-or-treaters will be out in droves. But for residents of Kilmarnock, that's old hat. That's because the town celebrated Halloween, or Killoween as it's known, 6 days ago due to the tradition of marking the spooky celebration on the last Friday of the month, regardless of the date.
Many overcast. That's the forecast for now.
That's a shame because a lot of places are having their bonfire nights this weekend. But there we go. That was the president biting a baby dressed as a chicken. Anyway, Louise Cowie will be here with the 7 tomorrow. Do join her then if you can. But from everyone here, do have a very good evening. Bye-bye.